Avery says, TGIF people, right Avery? Right? Give me a high five. Come on, come on, give me a high five. You can do it, give me a high five. Yeah. Actually, she says, what's the matter with you? So it's Friday, and I got my yard done today. I was out there for a couple hours this morning. That helicopter is flying kind of low. I had to get out there while it was relatively dry. I was cutting down some of the sunflower heads, and I put a couple in the tree over there for the birds to come eat. Some of them I just left down out by the front. I'm gonna need to be doing a lot more out there, but I probably won't get it done before I get back from the wedding. So I did that this morning, and then I had some lunch, and then I went out to a little kind of antiques consignment art place called Nest, which is pretty cool. I've been collecting things for the wedding that I want to wear. Collecting, that sounds weird. I'm looking for some jewelry. I was just looking for like a bracelet and maybe a necklace, but while they had a lot of neat stuff there, I didn't find anything that I wanted, and I may be able to make do with what I have. If you're on my Facebook, you saw my shoes that I got for the wedding, and this little pair that I got just for fun because they were like way cheap on sale at DSW. So I've been chipping away at getting little things done that I need to get done before I go out for the big trip. I did get my box of panels, but I'm probably not going to start on anything yet. So when I went to this place called Nest, I was looking at some of the original art on the walls, and I think that some of my cyanotypes and even some of the encaustics that I'm doing now would fit well in a setting like that. I honestly don't know how well they sell, but that's something I need to explore as well. But I was saying about the yard, when I get back, I'm going to have to cut back a lot of stuff, and oh, there's the goldfinches out there. And probably get in another load of compost, and this winter I'm going to figure out how to do some layered mulching out where I want to expand the bed some more. And I may actually transplant the little figs that I planted on the other side of the driveway, because they're just not getting enough sun there. They're not really growing, so there's a lot of things that I'm going to need to consider when I get back. And I'm thinking of doing a pinhole workshop maybe on the weekend of the 29th. But this afternoon, I'm going to make a pear crisp. So I thought I'd just talk to you about that. So how did this come about? This came about because I had bought a little flat of pears from Costco last time I was there. Bartlett pears. They're from California, so they're not really local, but at least they're from the United States. I draw the line, well, certain tropicals I'll buy, like mangoes or papayas from Mexico. So I kind of draw the line there. Certain fruits I will buy that aren't local just because I didn't get to the farmer's market, or they just, didn't have them available. But the Bartletts are good. The California Bartletts are really good. And there's a story about California Bartletts, all kind of a story. So one of my favorite distilleries, because I don't have all that much experience with distilleries, is St. George's Spirits in Alameda, California. And they produce gins and absinthe. They're kind of known for their absinthe. I think they have a single malt whiskey, and they used to be Hangar One vodka, and now they're St. George's vodka. They sold the Hangar One name to somebody else that's making that now. And so they've done like infused vodkas, which, you know, I'm not a big one on vodka, but their flavored vodkas are really good. Just really pure flavors. And then they have what they call eau de vies, which are essentially like a brandy. And the guy that, I can't remember his name, the guy that started St. George's, he's got some German name. He actually had come to the Bay Area to do some kind of doctoral work at UC Berkeley. And he noticed all the good fruit that was available in California, because regardless of the fact that, you know, California turned a desert into something else by diverting water, etc., etc., they really do have the best fruit. I mean, in my experience. I found good fruit here in Virginia too. So, anyway, what was his name? It wasn't something like York or, I wish I could remember his name. Anyway, he noticed all the good fruit, and he was wondering why more wasn't being done with the fruit, particularly in regards to like brandies. So he started St. George's by doing pear brandy with the Bartlett pears, and so that's how St. George's got its start. So they still have some of the brandies. They don't call them eau de vies anymore. They were calling them eau de vies, and then they stopped. And I don't know. I don't understand why. So that's my pear story. We had a pear tree in El Cerrito. I think it's not done well. Actually, a lot of the trees at the house have kind of not done well, and my birch tree died. So sad. But, I mean, it wasn't my birch tree anymore anyway. So, I have these pears. So I am going to combine the pears with some blueberries, because I already have blueberries. And I was trying to decide, what do I want to make? Do I want to make a galette? Do I want to make like a pear upside down cake? And then I thought, you know what? I'm way too lazy today. So I will just make a pear crisp. So I am going to do the pear chunks with blueberries, and I'll probably put maybe a little bit of lime juice on it because I don't have lemons, and honey and cardamom, because I really like cardamom. I like it sometimes better than cinnamon because it almost has like a lighter flavor, and it's probably still a little bit more summery than in cinnamon. Cinnamon's more fall-like. Not that I don't want fall to come. So I'm going to do this part. I'm not going to have you watch me peel and cut up the pears. And the main reason I'm peeling them is because pear skin can get kind of tough. A lot of times when I make apple crisp, I don't really peel the apples, but pear skin can get a little bit gritty. So I will, when I'm ready to put it together, I'll show you maybe when I get to the making of the crisp top portion. So there's the fruit already, and I'm going to be mixing up the crisp topping. Now I discovered, because I don't bake all that much because it's only me, and excuse me, if I bake a bunch, then I'm eating it all. So I discovered that I did not have any quick quick oats or rolled oats in my pantry. I am going to have to rectify that because that means I can't make oatmeal cookies, even though I don't remember the last time I made oatmeal cookies. So instead, I used about a cup of whole wheat flour and about maybe a quarter cup of cornmeal. I just used what I had for polenta, and then I put in about a half a cup of a mixture of pecans and walnuts chopped up, and about a third of a cup of brown sugar, and what else? Butter. About it was probably about 8 tablespoons of butter. So right now I'm mixing in the butter to the flour and nuts and sugar, and as soon as I have them all crumbly together, I will put it on top of the fruit mixture. So the fruit mixture, I don't know if I had said, it's probably about, I think I have maybe 5 or 6 cups total, and it's mostly pear chunks with a little bit of blueberries, probably 4 to 1 ratio, and then I put in about a half a cup of honey, or a third a cup, might have been more like a third a cup, and several cardamom pods, split open and discard the husks, and I crush up the cardamom seeds with my mortar and pestle, because I think it's more flavorful than getting powdered cardamom, and it really doesn't take that much effort to, you know, even have a teaspoon of cardamom seeds. And I skipped the lime juice because the pears had a little bit of a tartness to them, and I know that the blueberries will as well. So I skipped that, but I did decide to put in a shot of drambuie because I thought that might give an interesting flavor with the cardamom and the pears, and because I do all sorts of strange experiments like that. And generally, I have not had any, the only time that sort of thing really didn't work out as well as I'd like is the time I put some star anise in peach jam. And it actually would have been okay if I hadn't I didn't realize just how strong star anise is. So it was a little strong on the star anise. I mean, it didn't taste bad, but the problem was that the peach flavor sort of got lost. So I will turn on my oven, and oh yeah, I forgot to say, I also put in about a tablespoon of flour into the fruit as well, so that it thickens it up a little bit. So I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 for however long it takes, probably half hour maybe, and I'll show you the end result. Alrighty, here's the finished crisp. I just took it out. It's still bubbling a little bit, but it smells so good. Oh my goodness. The nuts and the corn and honey and butter and brown sugar. Ooh, it looks good. Right, Avery? Right, Avery? Yeah. That's crisp for dessert, although not for you. Would be good with some ice cream or whipping cream, neither of which I have in the house. So maybe a little, just a little pour of half and half would be good as well, or just plain. And so that's it. That's my little food video for today. I might get Avery out for a walk now since she didn't. I had my walk doing my lawn, but she still needs a walk. Yeah, right, girl. And probably have a salad for dinner with some. I'm marinating some cooked kidney beans, and I've got like a hard-boiled egg, so I'll just have a big salad, and then I'll have my crisp. All right, have a good weekend, everyone. Bye.